Again today, but my grades looking at them. I posted earlier, and it's like you think about it, it's how subjective it is, and they tell you, saying there's like, well, it's so like quantifiable, and then next sentence over, it's subjective, and I'm like, yeah, of course it's subjective. So when you're talking to everybody else, when you're talking to me, it's quantifiable and straightforward. When talking about it, it's subjective, you know what I'm saying? And they don't know really what to do because they're having this like conflict in their head because they know they just gave me a 79.4 on everything or whatever and trying to justify it. And be like, no, 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 it's this, whatever. But statistically, that shit doesn't happen or whatever, right? So they're like, well, it's like quantifiable because it's based on our feelings, whatever. Then they catch themselves. They're like, oh, there's a person in my class where I'm giving 79, so I can't say my usual spiel, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you have a personal issue as a personal issue. Maybe talking about. You should understand that the people you give grades to understand that shit, and I'm talking about. So I got a C plus, whatever, kind of bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? That's my lowest class I got. But it's fully contrived class. For a grade or whatever. But it just proves my point. It's just it's very subjective. It's bullshit. It means nothing. Grades mean nothing. So I remember this one person from Jersey, he had my back and everything else like that. He's about to go back to Jersey. Didn't need to be cool with anybody. Said fuck it. I'm talking about. Very brilliant dude. You know what I'm saying? He chose to come to Hawaii just for Hawaii. He was gone into Princeton and everything else like that. But he's just like, I'm just gonna do a year or two over here. Wanted to be a fucking teacher. I'm talking about brilliant, brilliant guy or whatever, right? We was just in my American Studies class, and right before we left, he was like, I was like, man, I just want to try something, whatever. So I handed him my paper. I wrote my paper and gave it to him. He gave me his paper. We both handed it in. He gets straight A's. I get C's on everything. You know what I'm talking about? So paper came back. He still gets the A with my paper, and I still get a C. And I'm like, we just switched it back. I'm talking about. I was about to bring it up, but that's academic dishonesty, whatever. People writing other people's papers or whatever. But we know, and what I'm saying. I was like, look, I told you it was bullshit. I'm talking about very contrived bullshit. People base it on who you are and what your intellect is. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just like I don't like this person, so he's smart. Oh, I mean he's dumb and idiot or whatever. He's this person, we like him, so he's smart or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? And then unfortunately that makes sense because it'd be emotional intelligence, person you want to have a beer with, person you want to sit down and bullshit with, someone you want to see every day. You know what I'm talking about? That makes sense. It's emotional intelligence, most prevalent, most effective, most applicable intelligence you got to have dealing with people. Is emotional intelligence. Unfortunately, it's also based on your race, your whatever, your perceived race, your culture, whatever. You don't like those people, they're not as smart as you. We shouldn't integrate with them. We shouldn't talk with them. We shouldn't deal with them. And since we don't want to deal with them, therefore his emotional intelligence is lower, he's not smart, he's an idiot, or whatever. So unfortunately, that is the rub right there. I'm talking about? And you're well aware of it. You know what I'm saying? So when people be like, oh, whatever, whatever, I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to deal with me, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But now, I look at my grades, I got an A, and then pending, investigation suspension, I got a B plus and a B. And the thing is, again, it's subjective. I would have got two A's, I'm talking about, because I would have got leeway on my one paper or whatever. Instead of getting one, even if I got like a 20 or 30 on my paper, I would have got an A because I averaged out to a 98, a 99 or whatever. Actually, I averaged out to a 99 and 100 because it was really like a 99.65. And so technically that's 100 in one section. That's my acting part, and then participate. No, I think my acting was 99, and my participation is a gimme. I'm talking about. And so that averaged out to a 99. But paper, honestly, my writing is about a C. So what I'm saying, it is what it is. But it said it on there as a D. What I'm saying, I get it. It's all good. I mean, I'm not gonna bitch about it. I'm not gonna cry about it. I typed a little something to get a little higher grade on it, but it is what it is. What I'm saying. But honestly, if I wasn't pending a fucking suspension, yeah, I would have got a little bit of leeway and I would have got a B plus. Be like, all right, here, I'm talking about you're a little bit late for this, whatever, or you missed class because of this, that, or whatever. Because my class conflicted or whatever, and I couldn't show up for one class, and so short of being like disrespectful, not come to class. So I had to write paper and everything, and so I got a B plus. But it is what it is. It's okay. I'm not complaining. I'm not. It's all good. But anyway, it shows you that if I wasn't pending a suspension, I would have got straight A's, and I'm okay with that. I'm all right. What I'm saying? It's like it is what it is. You know what I mean. It's just what I'm saying. But what I'm more concerned about is like the suspension. The motherfucker, when I'm in the fucking bookstore or whatever, and then he's like, I can't find a motherfucker. You just helped me. What I'm talking about? You just helped me. I tell this guy whatever. My name's right fucking there, and then I was about pointing my name whatever, and then he's about to pull back the fucking book or whatever. Where my name is. With all the orders and shit. So I just grabbed it and held it there. What I'm talking about? And I just watched him try to pull it back. And I'm like, look, my name's right fucking there holding this shit, right? Finally let go. He jerks back or whatever. And the fucking thing falls out of hand. He looks like a fucking idiot. So he writes a fucking plane, whatever. I mean, oh well. Oh well. You know what I'm talking about? You trying to treat someone. I know what you say behind closed doors or whatever. But when you actually do it to my face, boom, the raw reality needs to come down. You can't do that shit. What I'm talking about? I have to. What I'm talking about? As soon as you have eye-to-eye contact with me, I have to collapse it. I'm sorry. That's just who I am. What I'm talking about? I'm not over there talking shit or whatever. I'm not a kid. What I'm talking about? I need to say it to your face. What I'm saying? And the vast majority of the people who do it are people just a little bit bigger than me. Because if you're weightlifting, all this other shit, you don't need to talk shit. You already know you're tough. You already need your heart. You already know you have pride in yourself. You don't need to talk shit or whatever. It's always the people that overcompensate that are just a little bit bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fuck, if you're this big fucking Polynesian or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're going to be cool with me, It's like, you have no reason to really say shit because you're already secure in who you are. You know what I'm talking about? Don't even, there's a few, what I'm saying? That's just life, you just got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But by and large, it's these people that I have to deal with, you know what I'm saying? They see this guy, maybe think I'm overweight or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But oh fucking well, so I gotta complain on that, you know what I'm saying? And they expect me to lie about it. It's like, well, did you slam it out? Yeah, no, motherfucker, I grabbed it. And I pointed to my fucking name, and you know what I'm saying? The actor, like, see, he was a little bitch or whatever, and it snapped back or whatever, and he looked like a complete fucking idiot, you know what I'm saying? Oh well, you know what I'm saying? But of course, he can't look like a fool. I have to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm the one that looked uncontrollable and smacked it out of his hand. Now, if he had a plate of food or whatever, and he tried to bit off whatever, I would have smacked it up in his face, you know what I'm saying? I would have smacked it down. I would have made him look really stupid, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't carrying food, couldn't have my fun that way. Not that I ever done it in the past year or so, but it's been a few years, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, back to back to the bookstore. And you know what I'm saying? So I walk up, and talk about, and I'm trying to get my free book or whatever through the VA, and it's like I'm waiting on my book for the VA. It's like they're like, you know what I'm saying, and they're like, obviously I'm lying because I'm not an ex-Marine or whatever. So they didn't want to help me, so they're just talking in third person, whatever. All these demographics. So in the mainland, where I'm from South Cali, whatever, from Arizona and shit. I think it's in Arizona and shit like that. We only got like 2-3% Asians or whatever, and then so many goddamn Mexicans. Well, he didn't say this, like third Mexicans or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, hey, I need your help, you know what I'm saying? They continue talking or whatever. I'm like, look, this is what I want. This is what I, deserve. This is what I earn. Give me my fucking book, you know what I'm talking about? Something like that, something to that effect, whatever. Stop carrying on your conversation over there, right here. And then he looks at me, he's like, you sound like Yoda, speaking way too fast for me to understand. I was like, I don't care what I sound like. It don't relate me to a imaginary fucking person or whatever. And if you can't understand how fast I'm speaking, that's on you, you know what I'm talking about? And so I took offense to that, I'm talking about that he's basically saying, Latinos speak too quickly or whatever, I'm talking about. And I was like, it's racist or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I laid it down. I didn't say he's racist. I don't call people racist. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't appreciate not helping me. Second off, you're trying to guess my race, you guessed wrong. You know what I'm talking about? I see you talking to third person. I see you trying to say up Yoda or whatever. All this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm fucking Navajo, Hopi, Puerto Rican, Italian, you know what I'm talking about? And don't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to guess my fucking race, you know what I'm saying? Not that I didn't call him racist or whatever. But what they said was like, oh, the reason. Then they were like, well, I had to make a complaint because he's getting loud with me, and then he said loudly what my race was, and he took that as a threat when I said my race. I didn't call him racist, whatever. He never said it, anything like that. But he said, well, he has to understand why I said Yoda. The reason why I said Yoda because Star Wars just came out, and so it's in my head, and that's why I related to him that you sound like Yoda, and you were speaking too fast, and whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I had every right to say you're speaking too fast. When you speak too fast, you sound like Yoda. I don't know why he got mad. And so, yeah, I got a little agitated, and I said what I was when he was speaking. And he goes, well, I was speaking about demographics of my high school because I just got out of high school or whatever. He's immature. I mean, I'm talking about. So I was just saying all the races in my high school, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, well, why is he carrying the conversation when I'm speaking to him? He's supposed to be helping to me. You know what I'm talking about? And so, of course, me getting mad, him speaking basically like I'm not even there or whatever. So I was like, motherfucker, you gotta help me. And I told him that. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Look, should be getting any fucking conversation when I'm right here. Focus, I'm talking about focus, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say motherfucker, but but the end result was he said, well, since I was speaking too fast and I got loud with him, and then I had to tell him, I don't know why he told me what my race was. I'm a motherfucker because you're out there saying the demographics, carrying the conversation when you're just supposed to be helping me, say you're gonna help me, but just carry it like I'm not even fucking there. Lucky I didn't reach over the fucking desk and fucking, choke him, you know what I'm talking about? Some people need to be choked, you know what I'm saying? But here I am trying to be nice, trying to be polite, trying to get my free shit from the VA. Who basically just like backed me off as soon as I said, my book's from the VA, you know what I'm saying? So that's not a fucking red flag right there, you know what I'm saying? And, so it's just, I don't give a fuck, man. Suspend me. Suspend me. Now I know that I was way too polite. That's all I know, you know what I'm saying? Because that, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, like, when people do this shit, they're like, well, all right, maybe you see that, I'm not, like, really being, cordial, whatever. I should, calm down. Take it. No, motherfucker, when this shit happens, I crank it the motherfucker up, you know what I'm talking about? Because you do the exact opposite. Because these people will be like, well, it came out of blue or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? This is the stimulus. You be rude to me, you try to justify, certain, disposition of me being suspended. All right, I get that. Now, I'm going to come back at you and be like, look, you got that or whatever you spent to me. Now I'm going to just do it even more. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm being real with you. You know what I'm saying? You try to bring up reality. You try to bring up what you say behind my back, reality, and I have to make a, you know what I'm saying? I have to block it. You know what I'm saying? And if that's not working, I have to turn it up a notch. You know what I'm talking about? Because what you say behind my back cannot be right here. It cannot be to my face, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm talking about? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's my little bro. Motherfucker, I should have ripped it out of his fucking hand, slapped it up inside his face. But see, that's called control. You know what I'm talking about? As soon as I say my degree, where do you get your degree? Motherfucker, what college am I in, motherfucker? I got it at this motherfucking college. Get it online? No, I got it at this motherfucking college that you didn't graduate from. You know what I'm saying? I got that shit when I was in the Marine Corps from like UH was like, I'm in college. I'm smarter than a bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Now that I have a degree, I'm like, that ain't shit. What is it? It's a fucking piece of paper. Boom. Granted, you probably have better grammar than me, but it ain't shit. Tell you the truth, graduate degree ain't gonna be shit either. Fucking finish that shit up. People are like, oh, I'm so smart. So smart. There's other people. It ain't, fuck that, man. It ain't much of nothing. And I'll treat it like it ain't shit because it isn't. All it is being cool with people and following the fucking bureaucracy, playing the fucking game, being relaxed and cool, and being, not going off or whatever. And that's how you get your fucking graduate fucking degree. That's all it is. Alright, I'm gonna get a game. a good little boy. I deserve to get my degree now. I'll listen to all of you. Get the motherfucker. Fuck everybody. I won't be like that. I will totally be like that. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. No, I'm not gonna be like that. I don't call people dumb. That's too polite. I call them retards. It's like retarded. Fuck you, retarded bitch. Took you whatever to come up with that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Boom, instant right here. Boom. I don't even need to think deeply. Whatever. I got it right here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a little bit smart on the average. I'm not a fool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no genius, whatever. There's a little bit something, a little bit up there, and I'm happy with that. I have no background in education. I have a solid foundation of education, but what I've been blessed with, I use it. I'm happy with it. I'm not gonna put a lot of effort because risk reward. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you know someone's gonna give you a C plus, are you gonna put a lot of effort? If you know someone's gonna give you nothing but 79.4, you're gonna fucking bend over backwards to get that 79 fucking 4 in a fucking 2 weeks and another 2 weeks and another week. No, motherfucker, you're just gonna coast to the fucking finish line. Right. Next class.
This time, I will make sure you do not fail.
Microphone check. glitchy ass shit. It's clicking away from the purple. See, the thing is, like, I try to be humble, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it don't work. You can't be humble, man. Like, this is an island that is very shy and passive aggressive, whatever, so you can't be humble. You have to, you know what I'm saying, brag, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I could do that shit. It's just gonna, to get it back in, that mentality, because it's kind of rude to do that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I really don't want to do that, you know? To be honest. Because then you're kind of like flirting with like being about bullshit, you know what I'm talking about? And so that's why I have everything like very precise on my social media that's real and actual and factual and can be proven and verified very quickly. So getting the whole mentality of like hustling every little thing, you know, it's just like, but he's kind of forced to whatever, you know. And I gotta do trial and error, see what works, and all this other bullshit.
No one can hide from my sight.
A little too early.
Tactical visor activated.
I don't know. I haven't like really talked shit or bragged or whatever in like years. Nah, it would definitely be weird, you know what I'm saying? But I could get back into it and be like, what motherfucker? You know, I can't even do it. Yeah, there's an art to it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, instead of like, because now it's like I trigger people without like breaking law, school policy. This would be like flirting with like outright having someone to like, you know, say hit you with a fucking brick upside your head. You know what I'm talking about? Just be up in their face and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a little different. It's like dancing from what bitch? You know what I'm saying? It's been a little bit, but I could get back. Sort of, I mean, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like they try to corner you with or perception or whatever, and try and be real and polite about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right. It's like it took everything in me to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not comfortable being like that. You know what I'm saying? The reward was zil. You know, reward was suspension. You know, reward being polite with suspension. You know what I'm saying? So war, getting good grades, doing everything society asks for you, getting military service was fucking suspension. You know what I'm saying? So you know, of course, you know you're gonna follow all the laws and all that other shit, but fuck, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get stumped by that sword. He's like, right through, you know.